What's the interlink, the correlation between the brain size and the intelligent quotient?
They're completely correlated.
Okay.
Because whenever any new information is given to the brain is like a sponge, it's absorbing the information. 90% of an adult brain size grows up to age 5. And physiologically, the brain size grows from 30 centimeters to approximately 50 centimeters up to the age 5. Thereafter, it's only 6 to 7 centimeters. And hence, it is so crucial that the parents have to absorb, absolutely grab these formative years of the child's life, because that's what is going to reflect in the entire life.
Hi guys, welcome to the next episode at the Storyteller Studio. So parenting can be really tough and absolutely confusing. I don't know how do I also handle my two lovely kids. So we have Nipa Shah with us, who's going to help us clear the confusion of effective parenting. Hi Nipa Shah.
Hi, my dear. Pleasure being here.
Lovely. Thank you so much for coming to our studio today.
As I said, pleasure's all mine.
So Nipa, what in your opinion is effective parenting?
Let me just put this across metaphorically. Okay, to me, parenting is like the roots of a plant, which absorb the healthy nutrients. They pass it on to the stem, which strengthens, which then passes it on to the branches and the flowers that blossom, that's children, because they get the right nourishment, the healthy nourishment from the roots. So in my understanding, this is the core substance of organic parenting.
So Nipa, how did you get into this? How was your journey? What got you into this?
Well, you know what? Honestly, it was just an accident to start with.
An accident?
Okay. Yes, absolutely. So I finished my graduation and I was directionless. So I went to Sapphires and said, okay, let me just do interior. Okay, because I do find, anything that I say aesthetically beautiful, intriguing. And when I reached the college, they said, they've shut down this admissions. And my next question was, okay, what's open? And then they said, Montessori. And I said, okay, let's just do that. It was just purely accident to begin with. But as I just believe that God always finds the right path for you. Absolutely. And that is how I got into teaching as a profession.
Right, I totally agree.
Yes.
And that was a sweet accident, I must say.
I think blessings.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I even know about your digital free cafe. Can you put some light on it?
Yes. So Explorers Cafe is a cafe where the people with the right spirit of exploration can come and feed upon on the resources that are digitally detoxed and feed their mind, body, and soul. So this cafe has come into existence with my experience that parents give their children presents, but not their presence. And just to make sure that each and every parent engages in organic parenting. By organic, what I mean is sit down with their child, spend time with their child.
Which is very important.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Connect and bond. So the cafe is based on the pedagogy of Dr. Howard Gardner's multiple intelligence. Every child is born with 8 multiple intelligence, but 3 are their dominant intelligence. And parents run helter-skelter, one class to another. I don't doubt their intentions. Their intentions are very pure. They want to identify what their child would love the best. But that process is very, very tiresome. So when they come to the cafe, we evaluate the child and give clarity to the parents as to which are the 3 dominant intelligence in their child. For example, Sachin Tendulkar, we all know that he is kinesthetically intelligent. Do you agree to that?
Absolutely.
Yes. So had his parents not discovered and thought that let's wait, let him go to different classes and then we shall take a call, we wouldn't have a living legend. Right. Let me ask you a question, okay? MF Hussain, was he intelligent?
I think yes.
Lata Mangeshkar,
Yes.
Sachin Tendulkar,
Yes.
right? They all are intelligent, but differently intelligent. And only if we diagnose this earlier in life, it gives you a direction, a roadmap with your child. And that is what my mission is, to give parents a direction, uh, guidance into the three dominant intelligence for their children, and engage into organic parenting with digital detox. That means digitally free devices. So we have 1200 plus tailor-made resources which you can come and explore.
That's nice.
Yeah, so that's what cafe is all about.
And what age group do you all cater to? And what age group is actually crucial for a child during the child's growth?
The most crucial age group for a child is 0 years to 6 years.
0 to 6. And what all are the things that we really need, as parents, need to really take care of?
Let me do something very interesting and intriguing with you. Okay.
Wow.
Can we get a measure tape? Do you have a measure tape?
Yeah.
On you? Lovely. Okay. I would love for you to use this measuring tape and measure the circumference of your brain into centimeters.
Okay. Centimeters, right?
Centimeters.
$56.5.
56.5. Do you recollect when you brought both your lovely children back home, what was the size, the circumference brain size on the discharge card?
To be very honest, no, but I could just guess 30 or 3 or what?
30. You got it right. Okay. So the day of the birth, the circumference of the brain is approximately 30 to 32. There's an exponential physiological growth of the brain circumference size up to age 5.
Okay.
Any clue how many percent of a brain size grows up to the age of 5?
Not much, na? Okay. Much.
90%.
90%.
90% of an adult brain size grows up to age 5. And physiologically, the brain size grows from 30 centimeters to approximately 50 centimeters up to the age 5. Thereafter, it's only 6 to 7 centimeters.
Okay.
And obvious question you're going to shoot at me is why?
Why? Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Brain is like a plain canvas. So when you give any kind of new information, the brain is absolutely curious. It absorbs it. The brain generates neurons and creates new psychoneural pathways.
So, Nipa, what's the interlink, the correlation between the brain size and the intelligent quotient?
They're completely correlated.
Okay.
Because whenever any new information is given to the brain is like a sponge. It's absorbing the information. The brain generates neurons and creates new psychoneural pathways. And hence, it is so crucial that the parents have to absorb, absolutely grab these formative years of the child's life, because that's what is going to reflect in the entire life. You must have also heard about the right brain these days, right?
Yes, I actually wanted to ask you. I've been hearing about the right brain.
Yeah, I was just waiting for that question, because that's something I have been asked time and again. So we have two hemispheres of our brain, the right and the left. The left is the logical and the analytical side of our brain, and the right is the more creative and intuitive, imaginative side of our brain. But brain does not work in isolation. Brain works to its optimum when bilateral brain stimulations are created. That means your right as well as your left brain needs to be stimulated equally to get the optimum potential of the brain size. And that's what we work upon. So every single resource at the cafe is designed to stimulate all 8 multiple intelligence. So the bilateral side of the brain, the right hemisphere as well as the left hemisphere of the brain. And not only, now this is very, very important for parents to understand, that by creating mere stimulation, if you do not give your brain the further feed, okay, so your brain is stimulated, but it needs now because it's charged up, right? It needs more feed. So you need to now work extensively to make sure that they get something to do with that stimulation. It could be working hands-on, or probably doing some kinesthetic activity.
Okay.
Or it could be solving some logical problem, because the stimulations are created, right? Yes. But how do we convert it into intelligence and get the best feed out of it? Is by using the resources, of course, and the best possible resources are digitally free resources. We all know the demon of digital influences, right?
Yeah.
So
I agree.
Kudos to all the parents. Experiment this out.
I think we all have to and should experiment this.
Absolutely. Please experiment at home with your child. Spend time. Yes. It's been, the research is very clearly saying now that, the ultimate intelligence is now the spiritual intelligence. And by spiritual, what we mean is discovering who you really are, bonding with your family.
So, Nipa, how do we, at the end of the day, connect with each other as a family? Because we all are so busy in our own schedules. Like, parents are working, they're out, kids are so busy. I think more than the parents, kids are busy with their classes, schools. So, how do we connect by the end of the day as a family,
I think this is a need of an hour. Okay, if we can connect, I think we can make this world a better place.
Absolutely,
right?
Yeah.
So what I suggest is, if not more, I understand that we all need to use our digital devices, and they are a blessing if used properly. But that for 40-45 minutes in a day, just detox yourselves. Because if the parents detox is when the children are going to detox. Right?
Right.
Detox yourselves from digital devices for 40-45 minutes. Sit down as a family. Connect. Okay. So now let me tell you something very interesting that all of you can do at home. Just take a bowl with colorful beads. Easily available. Right? Each one of you take an empty bowl. Okay. Let each color of the bead denote an emotion. For example, say the white can denote, today I'm feeling very calm.
Okay.
Red can denote that I'm upset or angry. Say yellow can denote anxious. Pink can denote patient. And just sit down. Each one of you pick up the bead that you're feeling on that particular day and just share why are you feeling that emotion. Okay, trust me, if we can speak about our emotions, and if we teach children to speak up about their emotions and express, these are natural emotions.
Correct.
Sometimes anger is natural. It's all right. But just learn to speak about it, vent it out. And when you talk, why are you feeling that emotion? The child understands. Because a lot of times children have only 2 words to say, I'm feeling bad or I'm feeling good. Okay? They feel differently. It's just that they don't have a language. They don't know how to express it, and they don't have the right term to say it. But when you start talking about your emotions, the child starts connecting. I feel anxious today. Probably a child doesn't know what is anxious, but the child wants to express. They are bottled up, they're angry, they're throwing tantrums, and you don't understand where the child is coming from. right? So I
Right.
think this is
Yeah.
something that could create such emotional binding into a family. I think this is one exercise which I think every single family should try it at home.
And even the parent can pick this up, right? Now,
Of
color the
course.
bead or tell the
Parent
color.
has
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
You have to. The child has to understand. Where's my parent coming from?
And the actual feeling, not made up.
No pretenses, please.
Yeah, yeah.
Not at family time. That's the only place and space on this planet where you have to be yourself. And you have to be candid.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So definitely try this one out. Highly recommended.
Thank you. This really is so useful.
Yes. Let's create strong bonding.
Family bonding.
Yeah. At the end of the day, that's what matters.
So Nipa, what are the different kind of intelligences? Like,
Okay, so let me just give you a little insight into it. So, linguistic intelligence,
Mhm.
that's your ability to communicate.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Say, for example, people in the world of advertising, they're linguistically intelligent.
Okay.
Kinesthetic is your bodily intelligence. The dancers, the cricketers, they are kinesthetically intelligent. Spatial is your ability to visualize something that does not exist.
Mhm.
I think the prime example could be the architects. They are the interior designers. They can visualize things before they're created. Interpersonal is somebody who's very, very good at marketing, right? They can engage with people beautifully. Intrapersonal is your ability to connect with your own self. This could be people who are into self-help or I think are
Helping
priests.
others? Helping others as well? Will this be?
Intra is discovering your own self.
Own self. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Inter is the world
Okay,
outside, and
okay.
intra is
Okay.
where do I come from? Who
Mhm.
am I? Those
Correct.
questions which come
Right.
to people naturally are intrapersonally intelligent people, logically intelligent people who can put logic together
Mhm.
are logical, and we see a lot of people booming in finance, and they are logically intelligent. They can put two and two together very, very well. And and then bodily and kinesthetically intelligent. So as I just said, the dancers and the cricketers, these are
Okay.
people who are kinesthetically intelligent. Naturalistically intelligent. So naturalistically is people who are scuba divers, or people who are they excavate, and the archaeologist, because they connect to nature very beautifully. So these are people who are naturalistically intelligent. Musically intelligent, we have Beethoven and those classic musicians who are musically intelligent. And right now there is another intelligence which is on the way, which is spiritual intelligence. And there's a lot of research being done on
Uh-huh.
spiritually intelligent
That's
people.
so good at the early age, huh?
Ah,
For
yeah.
kids, yeah. My God, there's so many different kind of intelligence. I'm really like the only intelligence as a parent, to be very honest, what our generation knows is study में intelligent हो जाना, पढ़ाई करो, अच्छे grades लाओ, नहीं तो कोई extra curriculum activity कर लो, नहीं तो कोई sports कर लो.
When you say पढ़ाई कर लो, right? तो
हाँ.
अब देख लो कि if these legends were studying, and we see so many child prodigies these days, don't we?
Yeah.
So the parent must have identified something special. That's why that child is a prodigy at 3 and 4. They have not taken the decision not to
Yeah.
go into grand slams or global competitions.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So if these parents also thought, नहीं पहले पढ़ाई कर लो फिर देखते हैं, then you wouldn't have child prodigies.
So Nipa, so you suggest to our parents who are listening, that whatever we see in our child, if they're creatively intelligent or they are good with their sports or what do you say, some activity they're good at, so we need to really encourage them with it, right? Not just make them study all the time.
Absolutely. See, I'll tell you what, education is extremely important because it evolves us as human beings.
Yeah.
It gives us varied dynamics. So education should be treated as a learning platform because it definitely fine tunes us, our thought process, our analytical ability to think.
Mm-hmm.
But we cannot ignore the gift that we are born with.
Right.
Okay, I'm a prime accident. My parents, because I fared well in grade 10, back then we didn't have so many choices like your
Right.
generation does. So it's arts, commerce, science. I was put into commerce because they could not identify that I am a linguist at birth. I was gifted. So what happened? I graduated into commerce, but what I do is language all the way because that's my dominant intelligence. And
Right.
it never tires me because people keep asking me, don't you get bored of teaching? I said, no, I love it because I love language. It's a passion, something that comes to me very naturally.
My God, that's
So,
amazing. Yeah.
I think you must work first, identify.
Yeah.
The first step is identify the three dominant intelligence. That's the takeaway.
And I would also say, Nipa, it's not really late, right? We can even do that at when we are even growing. As this is a question that just came up onto my mind. Like we explore a lot of things, and at a particular age, we come to know that we are good with it. Why not?
Absolutely.
Give it a try.
Better late than never.
Never. Yeah.
Right? So the day you discover, a lot of us just roam around aimlessly doing. Someday we'll do some, we'll go into say advertising. Then after years, say no, I don't think this is what I would want to do. I'll do graphic designing. Then we go to graphic designing. After no, I think I'm going to do photography. This happens is because we are not aware of our gifts. So first step is to evaluate what are you truly gifted with.
Right.
Identify your dominant intelligence and then go all in. Because that's where you're going to be growing exponentially, not only in terms of worldly gains, but also it's going to leave you a very complete, content, joyous human being.
Right. Wow. So, Ms. Nipa, how do we recognize a child's dominant intelligence?
That has been a matter of concern because as much as the parents are qualified, you could be master in your own space. Say, chartered accountant or doctors, because I endure these kind of parents day in and day out. Parenting is happening to you for the very first time.
Yeah.
Right. So either you're a parent that your parent has been to you because that's your experiential learning, or from whatever you have been able to gather in bits and pieces. And that's where the whole concept of the evaluation test came to me. And that's where me and Dr. Jill Sangvi, who's done her PhD, has given her input. So she's on board. And Dr. Annapurni Kotian, she's been a clinical psychologist and now she is practicing out of the US. She's a globally certified clinical psychologist with an experience of about 17 years working with multiple schools across the city. Me as an educationist working for over 32 years with my qualification as I've done masters from Trinity College of London in my communication skills and my Montessori graduation and worked with multiple schools. So all this experience we have brought together because this is something that we as a team identified as a need of an hour. Because for a parent, to be able to gauge which intelligence is very dominant in my child has been a question mark. Because, children also love experiment and exploring. So they may show interest towards one thing on a certain day and drop it and towards something else the next day and the next. So I think this remains as a question, and hence we have created this to just facilitate. You can take up a simple test. And again, we want parents to be engaged because parents need to identify. No coming to a center and doing something and then going back home clueless.
Correct.
You as a parent at home identify using the questionnaire and the kit. We will help you and support you with our expertise and guidance. We'll generate a report and tell you, these are the probable. See, there cannot be 100%, but we can guide you to the probable 3 intelligence, and that could probably help you take up the roadmap. And this is like a roadmap for you, a guiding
Yeah.
light for you.
Right.
Uh,
This actually sounds like so much of work. It does, So is there a lot of work?
Again, I can give you a very, very simple solution to this problem. Okay. If you can spend time, then do it yourself. If you can't spend time on creating, but time on at least spending and getting the benefit, then that's where, the digital detox cafe comes in. Because I just told you that, if I tell you that I will give you a kit with which you can go home and build a real ocean with the sea anemones and the weeds and the layer of the seabed, create the shells, the rocks, the pebbles, the stones, your tactile, your imagery, everything. You say, how do I get it? And once my child is done, and children, right?
Yeah,
I mean, how long do you think a child plays with anything that you give?
15, 20 minutes.
15. And what do you do with that after that?
Just there.
It's just there.
Yeah.
Homes in Bombay, where is a space to store?
Yeah.
Right? So you come to the cafe, we guide you, we alternate intelligence because, and again, I would like to mention something very important here. We can't ignore the mediocre or the least intelligence either, because life skills require all.
Right.
Right? You may focus on the dominant, but say the child's dominant intelligence is not logical, but we need logic in life.
Yeah.
So when you come to the cafe, we have kits and resources which will keep engaging and stimulating all intelligence. Of course, we will focus towards a dominant, but alternate intelligence. And all you need to do is just spend half an hour with your child. I think that's doable.
Thank you so much, Miss Nipa. This was so much of information for all of us out here. And to our listeners out there.
I just hope that, they implement what
that is really important.
Shared. Yeah. We all have a lot of knowledge, but it's only going to convert and add value if we execute and implement. So all the very best. And it was a pleasure being on this platform. Wish you all the very best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam.